Chances are, if you've ever had a Rubik's Cube in your house, it probably looks like this. Scrambled and messed up, and you don't know how to fix it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this in just some quick, easy steps. Follow along. So first off, what we need to do is we need to learn all of the parts of the Rubik's Cube. So on each side, there's nine different pieces. So this is the center. No matter what you move on the cube, the centers will always stay the same, no matter what, and it'll always be white opposite from yellow, orange opposite from red, and green opposite from blue. Next are the edge pieces. The edge pieces are these pieces on the Rubik's Cube, and they can move along in any way they'd like. And they can even be flipped. Like the blue one can be here and the red one can be here. But we'll get to that later. Lastly are the corner pieces. The corner pieces are as you would expect, the outer corners of each side. Each side has 4 of these, just like each side has 4 edges. Alright, next we need to talk about orientations of the cube, like how you would move it. We use these things called algorithms, and they'll give you a bunch of like letters, you say. And here, let's start with simple ones, such as R. So R, as you would expect, is when the cube is facing towards you, you would move the right side of the cube clockwise. So if you look at it from this angle, it's going clockwise. And if you ever see R prime, then it's the other way, or R with an apostrophe, and that means you go counterclockwise. Alright, let's get to scrambling. Alright, first step, what we want to do is we want to create a white daisy. So that means the yellow center is on the top, and then we have all 4 white edges right here. And this is mainly intuitive, but if you need help, then I can show you. So I already have 1 edge piece over here, and I see 1 white edge piece right here. So what we want to do, we just want to bring it to the top, and then now we look for more. Okay. So what we see right here is we see a flipped edge, which can be a case for some people. So what we want to do is we want to bring it to the top. You see that it's flipped. So now what we can do, we can rotate it like this. We can turn the front face clockwise, move it up, and then put it back into place. And now we see that this edge has moved, and we can just put it back. Oh, that case again. Here, let's do it one more time. Alright, and now we have completed our white daisy. Alright, step 2 is we need to get the white edges aligned with their correct centers. So this is not aligned, this is aligned, this is not, and this is not. So what we want to do is we want to find one that's aligned. What we want to do is we want to, if it's aligned, we rotate the front 90 degrees so that it lines up right here and the corners match. Alright, next one, here. What we would do is we would turn the U layer until these two match, and then rotate it 180 degrees. Same here, rotate that 20 degrees to get our white cross. Alright, next step, what we want to do is we want to solve the entire white side with the corners matching with the corresponding centers. Okay, so first I need to teach you guys an algorithm. So for solving the white side, we need one main important algorithm that we're going to be using almost throughout the entire solve. R, U, R prime, U prime. And this is an essential algorithm to either put the corners like in their correct spot, and it's the last step for solving the entire cube. So let's find a corner on the top layer. So I have a corner that is orange and green. So what we want to do is we want to rotate it through the top layer until we find the place where the green and orange centers are, like so. And what we do now, and now that it's on the top layer, we do this algorithm, and that puts it right here. And you do it from 1 to 5 times depending where it is. For this case, I had to do it 3 times. And you're done. You solved your first white side. The next step of the Rubik's Cube is the first 2 layers. So these pieces right here lining up with their corresponding edges. So what you want to do first is you want to find an edge on the top that does not have yellow on it, because those edges on the top that do not have yellow on it belong in the first 2 layers of the Rubik's Cube. And so I already have one here. Oh, by the way, make sure they are matching the color that they are trying to go into. Like for instance, this is not matched because it's blue and red. This is matched because it's blue and blue. So I will go with the green and orange first. And since we need to move it to the right, there's a couple steps to do this. So first, we move it away like this, and then we take the corner out using the algorithm that I taught you. And now we have a new algorithm, which is kind of like the one that I taught you like earlier, the R, U, R prime, U prime, but it's with our left hand. So what we do is we do L prime, U prime, L, U, and that solves it. So for this case, if we have a edge that needs to go in like this to the left instead of to the right, then we would basically do the same thing but backwards. So what we need to do is take it out, turning it counterclockwise, do the new algorithm I taught you, and then we just turn it, use the algorithm that I taught you at the beginning, R, U, R prime, U prime, and it's solved. Also, if you have an edge that is flipped like this, and it just came like that when solving the first 2 layers, what we want to do is we just want to take any piece that is on the top layer, put it in, and then take it out as usual by replacing it with that edge. So the first case we have is once you are done with the first 2 layers, you look up at the yellow and there are no edges flipped. So what we need to do for this is we turn the front layer clockwise, do the R, U, R prime, U prime move that I taught you about 2 times, and then undo the front move. Now we have a line. So what we want to do is we want to have that line lining up like this. So it's simple as that. All we need to do is rotate it so that there's a line here, rotate it front, do that move again but only once, and the yellow cross is solved. Same if it starts like this with just a line, we just rotate the front once, do the R, U, R prime, U prime move like that, and it is solved. Lastly, if it is an L shape like this, what we want to do is we want to rotate it to the top so that it looks like an L to us, and then rotate it counterclockwise. Do the move twice, and then undo the F move. And there. Alright, next what we want to do is we want to align all the edges on the yellow side, like with their corresponding color. So automatically you should have two edges that are already aligned, and for me it's the red and the blue, or the green. And what we want to do is we want to put these solved edges in the top and in the right, and we want to do this algorithm. Move this right side up, take it out, bring it back down, keep moving it, bring it back up, bring it like this, and go down. And that should automatically align the edges for you. Also, I forgot to mention, if your edges are like this and like this, you can just do the same algorithm from anywhere. Next, what we want to do is we want to solve the entire yellow side. So what we want to do, we want to rotate the cube over like this so that the white is on top, and we need to look for a piece that is not solved. So what we need to do is we do the move that I taught you, the R prime U prime. Just keep doing it until it comes back down. Make sure you do this U move. And then what we want to do is we want to only rotate the downside until we have another one that is not solved. Just keep doing that until all of the yellow side is solved. Alright, you made it this far. Oh, by the way, make sure to like the video. So what we do is, for this one, it is green and red. So what we want to do is we want to bring it up, take it out, bring it back down, and then so we have the green and the red. We need to rotate it to the side that has green and red. Take this out, bring it back in, put it down, and now we have the next piece, which is orange and green. So we only want to rotate the down layer until we have orange and green. So for this one, we want to bring it up, take it out, bring it back down. Next one, we have the blue and the orange. Now we just need to keep rotating until we find the blue and the orange. For this one, we need to bring it up, bring it over, and then bring it down. Your first ever Rubik's Cube is solved. By the way, if you have any questions, concerns, anything, just drop it in the comments below, and I will do my best to try and answer every one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.